These are the 6.3 Part 1 video notes for surface area and volume. So what is surface area? Surface area is the amount of space covered by the surface of a figure. Okay, so it's just finding the area on the outside of a figure. Volume is the amount of space inside a figure. So volume is inside the figure, and surface area is all the area on the outside. So there's parts of a figure that you should know about. Faces. A face is any of the individual flat surfaces of a solid object. Any of the individual flat surfaces of a solid object. Okay. A vertice is a point where two or more edges meet. And then an edge is the line where two surfaces of an object meet, or two faces. It's the line where two faces of an object meet. Okay, so right here is called a rectangular prism. All right, this is called a rectangular prism because it looks like a rectangle, but it's a 3D rectangle. So there are 6 faces in a rectangular prism. There's the front in here, there's the one in the back, there's one on top, one on the bottom, one on the left, and one on the right. So in order to find surface area, we are going to find the area of each one of our faces. So let's start with this piece right here. Okay, so if we're finding the area of this rectangle, we need the length and the width. So I see I have 3 down here, but I need to know what this is. Well, if you notice over here, it tells you it's 5. So that means this piece is also 5. So in order to find the area of this piece, it's 3 times 5, or 15. Well, in a rectangular prism, the opposite faces are congruent. So this face that's over here is also 3 by 5 and has an area of 15. So I've got 2 of those faces done. Now I'm going to do my bottom face. So my bottom face is down here. So it's like the bottom of a rectangle. And it's length times width. And I can see it's 3 by 7. So this is 3 times 7, or 21. Now remember, if the top or the bottom is 3 by 7, that means the top is also 3 by 7 because opposite sides are equal. So that means the top part is 3 times 7, or 21. So now we got to talk about the front and the back sides. So we'll do the front right here. So this is the front of the cube. Now you can see that the bottom part is 7, and then this part is 5. So this front piece is 7 times 5, which is 35. Now we got to find the back piece. Now remember, if it's the front and the back, they're parallel, they're the same, it is also going to be 7 by 5. So this piece back here is also 7 times 5, or 35. In order to find the total surface area, what we're going to do is we are going to add all of the areas together. So 15, 15, 21, 21, 35, and 35. So 15 and 15, 21 and 21, and then 35 and 35. Add them all together, and you get 142. Okay, just add them together. In order to find volume, so the amount that's inside the figure, we have to find the area of the base. So area of the base, how do I know where a base is? Well, when it's a rectangular prism, it really doesn't matter. So because the opposite sides are equal on all of them, so you could pick anywhere to be the area of your base. I'm going to do my base as my bottom. So the area of my base is 3 times 7, or 21. The height, so the top, we could also call the top a base because it's the same as the bottom. The height is always the piece that connects the two bases. So what is the piece that connects the two bases? Right here. So that means the height is 5. So when I'm finding my volume, I'm going to do the area of the base times the height, or 21 times 5. So 21 times 5 ends up to be 105. So our volume is 105. Okay, now let's try a triangular prism. So if I'm looking at this, I see that there are only 5 faces. So one in the front, one in the back, one on the bottom, one to the left, and then one on the diagonal to the right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find the area of the bottom face. So I can see right here the area of my bottom is 10 times 3. The length and the width is 10 and 3. So 10 times 3 equals 30. Notice because it's a triangular prism, I don't have another one on the top. It's just the bottom. So then I want to find another base. So I'm going to do this left side here. So here's the base I'm trying to find now. You can notice this is 4 times 10. 4 times 10. So 4 times 10 is 40. All right, so now I also see triangles. This piece right in here, I can see that my bottom is 3. My bottom is 3, shows me right here. I do know this piece. If you look right here, this piece is 4. So because it's opposite, this piece is also 4. So I'm finding area of that triangle. So remember, area is your base times your height divided by 2. Don't forget to divide by 2 because it's a triangle. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now I got to take this piece and I need to go find the area of the bottom, or the back triangle. It's more in the back. So if this piece is 3, that means this piece is 3 as well. So it's the same. Remember, if they're across from each other, they're the same. 3 times 4 divided by 2 is 12 divided by 2, or 6. Finally, the only thing we have not done is this diagonal piece over here. Okay, so what do I know in here? I know this piece is 10, so this piece is 10. But I don't know what this piece is right here, but I can find it out. I know this piece is 4, so this is 4, this is 3, this is a right triangle. I can do Pythagorean theorem to help me find the length of this piece. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. You add them together, you get 25. Square root them, you find your c is 5. So that means this piece is 5. So now looking at that rectangle, you can see it's 5 by 10 right there, 5 by 10. So 5 times 10 is 50. Now I'm going to add all my pieces together to find the total surface area. So we got our calculator, do 30 plus 40 plus 6 plus 6 plus 50. 30, 40, 6, 6, and 50. You end up with 132. Okay, so now we got to find the volume. Remember, volume is the area of the base times the height. We got to figure out where your area is. Your area, or your base. Your base are your triangles here, because your bases are always opposite each other, the exact same size, and they're parallel to each other. So if I look at here, my triangles are the only ones that are parallel to each other, so they are my bases. So it's a triangle. I have to find the area of that triangle. So we already know it's 3 times 4 divided by 2. So the area of my triangle is 6. Now the height is what connects the two bases. So you have a base in the front with this triangle. You have a base in the back with this triangle. And now you got to figure out what connects those pieces. This is what connects those two triangles. This is your height right here. So 10 is your height. So when I find the volume, it's the area of the base times the height. So my volume is 60.